Yoo-hoo, it's Lou-hoo with a quick recap of Nashville Needlework Market 2025. Hello everyone, I'm Cyndy Young and I'm the designer behind Lou-hoo Stitches, and I'm here to give you a recap of my time at Nashville Needlework Market just a couple weeks ago. I had hoped to be able to do this video last week, but that's not how things worked out. And that would have been my first Friday home from Nashville. I am still waiting for packages to arrive. I had a little snafu with FedEx and they did not pick up my packages from the hotel to mail back to me. It took me a while to figure out where the packages were. Had they actually picked them up and they just weren't tracking them, because that was what I was saying, is there was no tracking taking place. It just said label has been made and we're awaiting the package. And I'm like, but you have the package. But they didn't have the package. It was still sitting at the Embassy Suites, Cool Springs in Franklin, Tennessee. And I finally got that worked out yesterday. They picked up, there were 5 packages and they picked up 4. And I think you have to arrange for pickup on the phone, and it's definitely an offshore situation. And I think the person taking the order misunderstood me. So I think I'm gonna have to call and arrange for pickup one more time. Bummer. And my cat's playing in the background just for your entertainment. That's Marigold, sometimes referred to as Darigold, and I need to turn around and make sure. Okay, she's playing with the cat toy. I caught them playing with my floss the other day, because what else do cats play with, you know? Anyway, so I'm gonna do a recap here. I'm gonna just start by quickly, I promise not to make this long, quickly going over what I took with me as releases to Nashville, and talk about which things were popular and which things got a lot of praise but maybe didn't get bought so much. So I'm going to start with the pin cushions that I designed, and this is Snowman Hill Pin Keep. These were very popular. People really liked them. Whoops. And the biggest question I got was, first of all, do you sell these? No, I don't, because you can go on Amazon and, my nose itches, sorry. You can go on Amazon and purchase them yourself, and you just gut them. You take the guts out. There'll be like, you know, little compartments for a necklace or whatever, earrings, and then spots to put your rings. You just take all that stuff out. I did have to redo the bottom part because when you pull the guts out, it kind of takes the lining off of the piece of cardboard here. Pardon me. And so I matched that to the bottom part of the pin cushion. Whoops, there's a pin cushion. These pin cushions are stitched with Gentle Arts flosses on 32 count raw cashel linen. So there's Snowman Hill. Here's Bunnyland, for obvious reasons. Sunnyside Farm, and Pumpkin Farm with its barn and sunflowers. So those are very popular, and people really like them. I even had an offer to buy the models, which I turned down. But that's a whole nother story, and not a happy one. So anyway, okay. The other thing that got tons of compliments, but what I realized as people were talking to me about them was they really felt like they were for kids. And so if they didn't feel like their clientele, because these are shops, shopping at Nashville. They didn't feel like their clientele had grandchildren or children and they didn't want to get them. I don't know. Sometimes the logic doesn't really make sense to me. But so the first 6 of these were released in 2022. So you have Alley Alpaca, Benny Bee, Callie Cat, and you'll notice that I like names that begin with E. Danny Dog, named after my brother. Ellie Elephant, this was supposed to be Ethan Elephant, named after my son-in-law. Fanny Fox, don't know any Fannies. Gladys, okay, now we're into the new ones. Gladys Giraffe, named after my daughter. Hannah Hippo. Isaac Iguana, named after my son. Jody Jackalope, named after my dear friend Jody. Katie Koala. And Laura Llama, named after my sister. So people really like those. They definitely are, people like them, just people catching the vision is a little difficult. Okay, the next thing is I kind of fell into a series of designs that I'm calling Quaker samplings, kind of by accident. It was started with me fooling around designing this ornament for Just Cross Stitch magazine, which I call Pink Poinsettia. And then as we were gearing up for Valentine's Day, I designed You My Love. And this was a heavy favorite at Nashville. I called it Heavy Pockets, Light Heart. And the verse on it, or the Irish blessing on it, says, "May your pockets be heavy and your heart be light." And I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the fabric, but it's all DMC flosses. And then another big favorite was By Grace, which I designed and was released at Nashville. And by grace, we are saved through faith, is the saying on it, which is based on a Bible verse. And then the last thing that I had available, and then I'll show you which one I released, which you probably know already, are the My Father's House collection. Here's January and February. Here's March. It had been released before Nashville, and then April, which was released at Nashville. And then this leads me into upcoming releases. So May is at the printer and should be released here shortly in the next week or two, hopefully. And here is May from the My Father's House collection, the May House. Bright, somewhat hinting at patriotic qualities, although I have an idea for July that's quite a bit more patriotic. Anyway, there's May House with its chickens out front. There you go. And flowers around the base of the trees. All DMC. The black or deep blue thread is Gentle Arts Black Crow, which actually is almost navy, like a deep, deep navy blue. And then I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what I'm just calling patriotic Quaker right now. And I'm stitching it. It's all designed. I'm stitching it. I had this big plan for doing, certain motifs every day this week. It's not happening, but I've gotten started, and here you go. There's a little sneak peek. I think you'll like it. And I am doing those. This one is being done with All Weeks Dye Works flosses because, so getting back to Nashville, I was really blessed. I went in and talked to the folks at Weeks Dye Works and asked for a designer's pack. and I got a designer's pack, which is basically the full line of their flosses to work with. So I'm super excited, and of course I had to design something right away. So I thought, why not the next Quaker sampling? And here you go. Actually, the flosses I'm using for that aren't in this anymore because I pulled them out. But it's so fun. It's like, for me, it's like somebody giving me the biggest box of crayons or the full set of paints, or, I mean, it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It makes my heart skip a beat. I also received, let me see, I think you can see these better if I pull them out. The newest releases from Weeks Dye Works, which are very kind of, in my world, fall-like, but a nice range of value going from dark to light. And so this is kind of a gray, and of course gold. This is sort of a green khaki color, a lovely maroon or burgundy color, and then a light, well, they call it Chantilly. It has, I don't know if you can see, but it has some green undertones to it. It's variegated. It's really pretty. In fact, they're called Chantilly, this light one. This kind of gray one is called Olive Branch. I can totally see that, green undertones. Acai berry, the ACAI berry, which I have never figured out how to say that. It's really pretty. Pickled okra, I know how to say that. And then liquid gold. And I would say, yeah, liquid gold, that's apropos. Okay, and then I also got a packet of Gentle Arts new color releases, and they vary quite a bit. They usually give you like a wool one, and then their cottons. So this is the wool release, and it's called Toffee. And then the next ones are all the 6-stranded cotton, key lime, very bright. This is from the ships. Okay, so this was from the sampler threads. So they had that key lime, and then cerulean blue. Whoops. And then these are from the sampler Simply Shaker line, chestnut, which is a really nice brown, and eggplant, which is very, it's not bright, and my cats got at it. That's why I was checking to see that they weren't playing with floss. Eggplant. So it's kind of got gray undertones to it, that eggplant does. Anyway, so that came from Gentle Arts. Then I got some fabrics from Bestitch Me. I got this beautiful 32 count, what do you call it? Sugar cream pie. I'm all about neutral fabric, and I think that's because I tend to design bright colors or brighter colors, and so I want the design to stand out. I don't want my design to compete with the fabric. That's not to say there aren't designs that deserve a really amazing fabric, but in my case, for myself, let's keep it neutral. So this one's called Sugar Pie. It is, I would say, kind of got a peachy undertone to it. And the modeling on it is just lovely. I haven't quite found what I want to do on it yet, but that will happen. And then this is 28 count, and these are both linen. 28 count linen, not another sampler. And it's got darker modeling, but kind of it's on that same peachy vibe. Almost reminds me of tea stain colors. So, and those are from Stitch Me. And I meant to get some fabric from Lap and Loops, and I still intend on reaching out to her and doing that, but I just never got back to her room. Thankfully, I was busy enough that it was hard to get out of my room until Sunday afternoon. Let's see. Now, I did get a couple of patterns, but not too many because it's hard to find time. But this was definitely the star of the show. These Groovy Chicks from Satsuma Street, from Jody Rice at Satsuma Street. In person, they're just hilarious and so cute. And if you've been to the Tiki Room at Disneyland, these are like your own little parrots to bring home from the Tiki Room. I love the Tiki Room. It's like one of my favorite things. It's so wonderful. You go get a Dole Whip and you go in and you eat your Dole Whip and you watch the show. Awesome. Animatronics, it's great. And then there was this sweet little couple there. I don't think they spoke much English. Cotton Pixels, I think they're from Europe. Maybe England, but definitely not British. And they had the sweetest little pieces there, but this one really caught my eye. This is a Dala horse, which is a Swedish, well, they call it red rocking horse, but if you're Swedish or married to a Swede, then this is a Dala horse. And I thought, well, I definitely have to have a cross-stitch version of a Dala horse. And there's directions on how to make the little horse and make it a rocking horse. It's so cute. Then I had a freebie, and this leads me to my next thing. I'm looking for one model stitcher. The pay's not great, but I do pay you. And I need some samples. I'm going to download this today. This is my freebie that I'm gonna hold it back so that it's hard to, although it's free, so who cares? It's called the Folk Art Sampler Flower Pot. You'll be able to download it at my website. And basically what I need you to do is download it, stitch it for me. It needs to be over two flosses over 2. If you choose to use a linen, you can use an Aida or a linen. And then I'll pick you. I will post, I'm trying to figure out how to get the address. I'll tell you what, email me and I will give you my address. It's not that my address is a big secret, but I don't think I have it listed anywhere. It might be on my website, maybe. But, anyway, if you can't find it on my website, I don't want you to have to look hard for it. Just email me and I will send you, when you've got this stitch, and I will send you my address so that you can send me your sample. When I feel like I've gotten all the samples I'm gonna get, then I will choose someone. So if you have questions about that, just put them down below or email me. My email address is also down below and linked, so you can email me that way. And it's luhustitches@gmail.com. Anyway, I'm looking for a model stitcher, just one. I'm just looking for one. So let me know. Okay, then I got home, and I have mentioned this designer before, Crocetta Go-Go. Not sure if I'm saying that right. Her name is Dorico Michela. Italian. She always has the cutest designs, and her spring designs get me every time. I have one on the hoop right now that I need to finish, but I'm stitching this right now, so maybe I'll get it done before Easter. Anyway, I think that's everything today. I told you this was going to be a quick one, and just a recap of Nashville, and but there are a few new things in there, and my little plea for a model stitcher. I think that's it. I hope you guys are doing well. If you have any questions or comments, you can do that below. Thumbs up is great, because then it lets YouTube know that you like it, and it also means it will, YouTube will put it in someone else's feed as something they might like. So it spreads the word. Anyway, I think that's it. Oh, you can find all of my releases on my Etsy shop as both PDF and print copies. There are 4 designs that are on their way from Nashville. So if you order it, like if you were to order either Gladys Giraffe, Hannah Hippo, By Grace, or Home Sweet Home. Oh, I didn't show you Home Sweet Home. Home Sweet Home, those are in the mail. And so it may take a few days for me to be able to mail those out to you. However, you can get PDFs. So if you don't want to wait, just get the PDF. I am working on getting everything onto my website, but more people go to Etsy than my website, so that's how that works. Anyway, happy stitching, everybody. Thanks for joining me.